What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Right now, go ahead and like, subscribe, drop a comment, and send this to somebody that you know that can utilize this information. We're locked in. It's Game 5, Round 2, Wednesday, NBA Wednesday at that. So, it's going to be the Cavs versus the Pistons, right? So, Game 5, it's even at 2-2. Real quick on the recap, keeping it completely honest on the free plays, we went 1-2. Two losses, and I want to talk about them really quick. I had the Devin Vassell points plus assist play that slightly underperformed. He missed it by like two, actually 1 or 2 points or assists, so that kind of stung, right? So it didn't, quite pan out. And then we had the Jaden McDaniels play that actually overperformed on points and assists. So didn't expect that. A slight overperformance and a slight underperformance. So we own it, guys. We move forward because the plays were right, the reads were right. It just didn't turn out in our favor. So aside from that, guys, go ahead and check out my winnable, right? Link is going to be in the description. It's also going to be pinned to the comment section, guys. You'll get a full detailed card and analysis of all of my plays pretty much. The moment it drops, it goes straight to your cell phone via text or email, right? So don't miss that. Seriously, it's good information that you guys get access to. And when you tell these plays, when I drop them, check them out on Better. Try and tell them on Better. Better is offering a $200 signing bonus just for, being a new user on their platform. If you use my code +1 that you see here on the screen, that's PLUS1, screenshot it to the phone number you see here on the screen. I'll get you that will unlock the bonus. But it's also going to allow me to get you a free 30-day paid membership to my VIP and Winnable, where you get access to all of my plays pretty much for free for 30 days. So why not do it, guys? Easy offer, easy money. Don't make it harder on yourself. If you're already on Better, check out Novig. They by far have one of the best offers out right now as well, where if you bet $5 on their platform as a new user, just $5, guys. Just $5. If you bet with them, they'll get you another $50 deposited into your account to bet with. So it's like a 10x multiple just by betting $5. Use my code PLUSUNIT, PLUSUNIT. You see that here on the screen, and send me a screenshot. I'll get you another 30 days free, for a paid membership in my Winnable, where you get access to all of my sharp plays, okay? Props and also sides and totals. Okay, so don't make it harder on yourself. That's 2 platforms, 2 bonuses, and 2 months of free membership. So good stuff, guys. With that being said, we're going to move into the first play on the card. That's going to be Donovan Mitchell. It's the Detroit versus Cavs game. So it's, like I said, it's Game 5. It's even at 2-2. I'm going to fade Donovan Mitchell on blocks and steals. I really like this prop. The reason why is he had one of the greatest individual playoff performances in NBA history. He did have 39 points in the second half, tying an all-time postseason record, but blocks and steals are not what he does. I mean, he doesn't get that consistently. He doesn't pad that stat line. So his series for blocks and steals in Game 1 and 2 combined, in Game 1 he had 2 combined. Okay, so he did go over on the number for Game 1 and 2. And then Game 3, he had 0. Game 4, he only had 1. So 2 of the 4 games, he's already under at that 1.5. His playoff average is just at 0.8 steals and 0.3 blocks. That's 1.1 combined. He's a scorer first. We all know what he can do. Second and third, really. So he's trying to attack the paint. He's trying to, be their primary option, because he is. I mean, he's trying to score. So in a physical Game 5 road game in Detroit, I think he's going to be their primary weapon aside from James Harden and Evan Mobley. So I think that's where his focus is going to be. So I don't see the blocks and steals going over 1.5, so lock that in. We're going to look at the numbers really quick in outlier.bet, a great tool for, analysis. Under 1.5, if you faded him over the past 5 games, you would have cashed 80% of your tickets. So 4 out of 5, he's not hitting that stat line. Head-to-head matchup, we're just going to go back. Looking at the 4 games that he's had, he actually only went over once, which was in game 2, where he had 2 steals. But aside from that, he's not really padding that stat line. So high compelling data for me, where I'm going to lock it in, guys. So that's going to be the first free play. The second free play I'm going with on the card is going to be Evan Mobley. I already brought him up, but we're going to go with Evan Mobley on over 7.5 rebounds. So Mobley, he's a massive presence on the glass, and this number is right at his series average, okay? So his rebound total game by game is, in game 1, he had 9 rebounds. Game 2, it looks like he only had 1 rebound, and then in game 3, it was 8 rebounds, and then game 4, it's 8 rebounds. So 3 of the 4 games, he already cleared 7.5. Pretty comfortably. He averaged 6 rebounds through the first 3 games of the series, which is right at the number somewhat, right just below it. But that game 2 where he just had 1 rebound, that was the massive outlier. So Detroit was collapsing in the paint, and it was one of the worst rebounding nights of his career, to be honest with you. So massive outlier, as I had mentioned. In the normal game flow, I think he dominates the glass, right? In game 4, he had 8 rebounds and 5 blocks and 3 steals. So he was everywhere. So let's lock that in. Let's check out the numbers. As I had mentioned, over the past 5 games where he had that massive underperformance with just rebound, totally uncharacteristic for him. I've never seen that before from him, to be honest with you. But he would have cashed 60% of your tickets over the past 5 games if you took him on over 7.5 rebounds. And the head-to-head matchup, as we had just talked about, it also shows that 3 of the 4 games he went over, where the minimum or the floor was 8 rebounds and the high was 9 rebounds. So check this out also. Minute-wise, his minutes are pretty stable. It's pretty steady across the board. So I don't see another massive outlier performance like that. That's a one-off. So I wouldn't be too worried about that, because that's the only red flag in this situation. So I like it a lot, guys. Go ahead and lock it in on the over 7.5 rebounds. This is a Prizepicks slip, so Prizepicks has it. So that's saying a lot. The third and final pick is going to be Tobias Harris. We're going to take him on the over for points and rebounds. So he's with the Pistons on the other side. Why I like it, Tobias has been one of the, best stories in the entire playoffs, even though he was getting crossed up and done pretty bad by Donovan Mitchell on a few plays, man. Kind of got caught in a highlight reel or a poster. But aside from that, he scored 20-plus points in 8 consecutive games, averaging 22.5 points and 7.5 rebounds over that span. So for the series, his points and rebounds in Game 1 is at 28 combined, 20-8. Game 2, it's 21-7, another 28 combined. And then Game 3, it's 21 plus 5, which is 26 combined. So that's 3 straight games between 26 to 28 points and rebounds combined. So all above the number. Game 5, I think, it's going to be in Detroit. It's a home crowd. So, I think he's got every incentive to ball out and pad that stat line. So he's one of the most consistent performers, all postseason. So Cleveland is going to scheme around Cade Cunningham, and Harris is going to find the spots all night. So he's going to get to the mid-range. He's going to hit threes. He's going to crash the boards. I don't think this is a regular season version of Tobias Harris anyway, so I think he's locked in for a historic run, so lock that in. And we're just going to check out the numbers really quick. Like I said, this was for the over. Over the last 5 games, he's cashing it at 80%. So 4 out of 5. He's on a hot streak, and that's mainly in this series. So not only 4 out of 5 games, he's cashing the over on points and rebounds, but 3 out of 4 games in this series as well. So that's a strong data set for me to lock in, guys. So that's going to be the third and final pick, Evan Mobley. We're just going to do a recap. Once again, we've got Donovan Mitchell. We're going to fade him on blocks and steals on the under 1.5. And then we're going to take Evan Mobley on the over at 7.5 rebounds And then Tobias Harris, we're going to take on the over for 25.5 points and rebounds. So those are the official plays for today. NBA Wednesday, Game 5, the Pistons versus the Cavs with the lot on the line. Don't forget to check out Better. Use my code +1 that you see here on the screen. Send me a screenshot that you signed up. I'll get you free 30 days access to my winnable with all of my detailed cards and slips. If you're already on Better, check out Novig. Use my code +UNIT, PLUSUNIT, and that's the same thing. I'll get you another 30 days in my winnable. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. And hopefully we go on another streak and get back on the good side. I'll talk to you later.